Heartland News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Devin Kidd. We begin with protecting children from social media. It's been a hot topic for debate ever since smartphones have become readily available to the public. Some countries have recently put forward efforts to curb the usage among kids under 16. Morgan Johnson is in the newsroom with more.
Yeah, and one country that is pushing it forward is Great Britain. Just yesterday, the Associated Press announced that Britain is banning a range of social media apps for children under 16. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says it's to protect kids from harmful content and excessive screen time. Other countries have also pushed forward initiatives against social media, including our neighbor, Canada. Today, I asked Dr. Janice Rissler if politicians here at home should consider the same move.
I think they should definitely start having conversations about it. I'm not saying, yes, we need to put in a ban or a limit, but we need to be having conversations around what does social media look like for our youth? Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? What are positive ways to use it, negative ways to use it? But if we're not going to look at something like limitations, how can we provide more education to our youth around safe social media use and online usage?
Some skeptics say that instead of forcing age restrictions, the focus should be more on how algorithms distribute their content to adolescents. In the newsroom, Morgan Johnson, Heartland News.